line of this if I can find it.
I can't wait.
I can't find it. I lost it. The article, this comes just from the Associated Press. The article states that he had a relationship with someone at the nursing home. Now, let me just clarify. This man's 40 to 50 years old. They said he's between 40 and 50.
Wow.
They did not say what kind of relationship he had with a member of the nursing home. They left it as a cliffhanger. It's kind of like all this crazy stuff happened. Oh yeah, also he had a relationship at the nursing home, and then they just stopped the article there. But I would like to know, did he have a romantic relationship with someone at the retirement home?
Cougar. It was Chad. It was Chad.
It
Courtney.
was definitely.
Wow.
How did Courtney end up in a nursing home in
I
Montana?
don't know. And how did Chad get there? And why isn't he wearing clothes? That's one of those mysteries that we may never solve.
I think we should leave that right there. I think that's perfect.
What's next in weird news? I don't know if this is weird news. I think it's weird. And I wonder how many people in our audience do the same thing. It was about 2 weeks ago. Well, it was Reformation Day.
Halloween.
Reformation Day. Oh, you sicko.
Sorry, sometimes I'm kind of a heathen now.
Gotta know your audience, Alex. Reformation Day, October 31, as it comes by every year. And I, of course, you all know now that I'm dating a girl. And this girl is just absolutely obsessed with Christmas.
Really? I didn't know that about her.
Oh, now. Yeah, Reformation Day, I went over to her apartment, and her and her roommate were in the middle of setting up a Christmas tree.
What?
And hanging a wreath
on Halloween,
on the exterior of their on Reformation Day.
There's hanging a wreath on the...
They got a Christmas village set up. They've got their Christmas tree with all the lights, all the bells and whistles, all the balls and ornaments.
They had whistles on their Christmas
just
tree.
Just balls and ornaments, actually. No bells and whistles, to be fair. And it was just decked out, and I could not believe it. And I love Christmas. I'm listening to Christmas music. Well, right currently, because of Alicia, she's just like, yeah, let's listen to Shania Twain. Christmas.
Is that how Alicia talks?
Like this. Hey, Trent, we're going to listen to some Christmas music. Hey, boss. Check this out. I just bought Shania's new album, Christmas.
Crank up some Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That does sound like Alicia.
Yeah, that's not a totally inaccurate representation. Yes, it is.
Wow, really?
So
October 31st.
What is that normal? You and Kendra? When are you guys? I feel like the standard is after Thanksgiving.
Okay. Boom, I'm glad you said that, because Kendra and I have had this, I don't want to call it an argument. Well, let's call it a disagreement. I have always believed that you have to at least get through Thanksgiving. No sooner than Thanksgiving. She is not on the same page, but I have managed to hold her off.
She's a early Christmas
kind of
gal?
Absolutely. and I've managed to hold her off, except for this Saturday she wants to go cut down a Christmas tree, and I can't really deny her that.
Oh, so you guys don't even do a fake tree?
Well, we have a fake tree,
all out,
but we decided to start cutting them down.
So you're putting up kicks. You're putting up 2 trees?
No, well maybe. I don't really want to do that though. We're just gonna go cut one down this Saturday and have a real tree, and it's fun. I think it's early.
I don't get the cut down a tree thing.
Why not?
Well, because if you got a fake one, you don't have to water it. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't drop pine
smell
needles.
Bad? They smell great.
Okay, it doesn't smell good. Well, you can hang air fresheners on there if you want to on your fake tree. No pine needles to clean up. It's just the low mate. It's like the cheap.
It's card. Really no. I agree, but it's the experience. Like we're gonna take Lucy. We're gonna go cut down a tree together.
Lucy is 6 months old.
She's totally gonna remember it. When she's like 9, she's gonna be like, I remember the first time we cut down a tree. No, it's gonna be great, and we're gonna have pictures at least, because pics of it, or it didn't happen, obviously.
So, Al, who's gonna cut down the tree? Kendra's gonna cut down the tree, I presume. Who are you bringing along to cut down the tree? Are you gonna hold Lucy while Kendra cuts it down? I can only assume.
No, that's just brutal.
Oh.
No, she might be questioning it a little bit, because last year we cut down a tree, and I cut up way too high. So then when we got it home, it was like a little Charlie Brown tree.
Okay, so Kendra's cutting that tree. She's driving there too.
I will ride in the trunk.
Oh, you get lost.
In case we get lost. Yes, I don't know how to use Google Maps. Apparently.
So you guys are early Christmas goers too. I wonder how many people listening are early Christmas people. If that's the majority of people, I'm sorry, not the majority of people. The majority of conservative Dutch Christian people in West Michigan, or if that is something that goes beyond. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it might just be our special pod babes.
Our pod babes.
Just
there's something.
Couple of gals.
Couple of real gals.
I don't know.
Yeah, so there's that.
I don't mind it, honestly. Kind of get into the spirit. Christmas is the happiest time of year, to be fair.
But, we've talked about this before, too. I love Thanksgiving. You don't. You're not a big Thanksgiving person.
Nah.
But I love it. The food's great. Pumpkin pie. Ham.
Yeah. Lamb, ram, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens.
Those things, yeah.
You know the song. You know it better than most.
Yeah.
And pigeons.
Yeah, some people have pigeons on Thanksgiving, which leads us into our next piece of weird news.
Speaking of pigeons.
Thanks for the segue, Trenton. This leads into our last piece of weird news, and I don't really have a lot of info to go on for this, mainly because I didn't really take the time to research it.
That is the least shocking thing that the audience has ever heard in their entire lives.
So, excuse me, Trent, I would like to finish my thought, please. Except I can't find the article.
I'm not even going to filibuster. I'm just going to let you drown. Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. So, okay. In Belgium, apparently, for what I understand, pigeon racing is like a professional sport. And it's a lucrative professional sport. By the way, I have no idea if this is true. It just happened to happen in Belgium. So I can only assume...
Eccentric Belgian mites.
They might do such a thing. So, this derpy little pigeon, which is what the headline says.
Okay.
I did not make that up. I would never say such a derogatory thing.
Are you sure it doesn't say derby pigeon?
No, it says, see this
speed racing pigeon.
I'm going to read it for you.
Pigeon?
I need you to pay attention now. See this derpy little pigeon? ? It just sold for... Do you want to guess how much it sold for? Did I tell you already?
If I had to guess, I'd say somewhere in the area of $1.9 million.
You hit it. You hit it exactly.
The
derpy little pigeon sold for $1.9 million.
Which is the most ridiculous number
for a pigeon
stinking bird
that flies faster than other pigeons. I ask you, when is the last time you thought to yourself, see that group of pigeons over there? I really wish one I had that was faster than the other pigeons.
That's like, hey, I want to sell you a pigeon. Oh, okay. I'll give
What's great about this pigeon?
Well, no, I see the bidding starting at like $5, right? And then I'm like, listen, it's a really fast pigeon.
How fast?
The fastest.
Faster than like all the other pigeons?
It's the fastest pigeon.
The fastest pigeon.
And then boom! 1.9 million! Like they throw up their sign at the auction like, boom! Raised 1.9!
It was like the second bid.
What's wrong with that guy?
Like someone says $5 and then next bid 1.9 million! And everyone's just like, it's yours, man. It's your pigeon. You just way overspot that pigeon.
The first thing that came to mind when you told me about this story was the scene in Dumb and Dumber. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they have this pigeon as a pet. And
I don't know if it's a pigeon, but it's a bird.
It's some little bird. And the bird, unfortunately, dies. And the character from Dumb and Dumber takes the bird.
Oh, it might be worth mentioning his head falls off, and that's how it dies.
Because it like spun its neck too far or whatever.
I don't know how it was Dumb and Dumber.
So he tapes the head back onto the bird and sells it to a blind kid. I think the bird's name was Petey.
Petey.
That's the only way that I could imagine someone buying a pigeon for $1.9 million.
If they were blind.
Blind, dumb. I don't know, but they just handed him, said $1.9 million. And they were like, oh, pretty bird. Pretty bird. And they're rubbing this taped head back on the body of this bird.
Everyone just watches them walk out.
Pretty bird.
Just shocked silence.
That is something to aspire to in the sales career game now.
Selling pigeons to blind kids.
per pigeon.
That does sound like my gig. I wanted to add one more thing before we wrap up here, because we're closing in on an hour. We've been talking for,
which is what we're hoping to keep these podcasts, because we're only doing them once a month.
Did we even mention that?
No. They're just like, holy cow, these guys are still talking.
They're so long-winded. So we're only going to be doing these once a month because, as we stated at the beginning, we burned out once a week. It was too much. And we don't want to commit to too much too fast. So we're going to do these once a month. They're going to be longer.
We're going to take it slow.
We are.
We don't want to rush into this. We want to make sure it's real before we invest a lot of energy into it.
Right. Yeah. We want to make sure that our relationship is still strong and that we still have the connection that we thought we did. That's all I really have to say about that.
Okay. So, anyways, 50 minutes to an hour is what you guys can expect going forward. And that just flew by. I think it's 55 minutes. It just flew by.
It did. It flew by. I did just want to mention one more thing. Today is the... I always lose everything I'm going to say. Hold on. I got to find it again.
I'm going to filibuster for a second.
Where did it It's gone.
How are you guys doing today? It's
Oh, okay. Hold on. I found it.
Back.
Calvin and Hobbes, everyone's favorite comic strip, debuted its first strip this day, November 18th, 1985.
Wow, 1985?
1985.
It's one of my favorite years. It was a good year.
Yeah, I remember that year well. 9 years before
Calvin and Hobbes, that grew into this huge, giant, again, maybe just a touch conservative Dutch thing. Does it go much further outside of West Michigan?
I have no idea. But I do remember when I had study halls, I didn't actually study. I just read Calvin and Hobbes in the back of the library in high school.
Yeah. What else?
Occasionally you joined me.
That's educational. It's educational. It's good for you.
They had Garfield back then.
So that would make it the 35th anniversary.
As I stated earlier, yeah, it'd be the 35th anniversary.
Which makes Calvin 40 years old.
41. He was 6 in the comics.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice try. You're pretty good at math.
Well, that's it, folks.
That's it. That's all we got.
For the Informed Dutchman podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
It's good to have you back. It's good to be back.
It's really good to be back.
We're excited to get to you once a month. Probably looking at the first Friday of every month from here on out that we'll be releasing a podcast. So you can stay tuned to that. Look forward to that. And you can stay tuned on our social media. Facebook, The Informed Dutchman Show. Instagram, The Informed Dutchman. And on Twitter, something about The Informed Dutchman.
Do we have a Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
We created a Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
I vaguely remember that.
It's for polls.
Do you have the login? This will be great.
We'll figure it out and get back to you.
All right. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
And good morning.
Peace out, Podcast Nation.